All right, good morning, everybody. This is Hot Rod Bob. We're coming to you live and direct from the SEMA show 2020. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, there we go. All right, camera issues as usual with Facebook. We're at the Moon Eyes booth, as you can see above. And with me right now is Frank Silva. Now, you notice the blue hat. This has significance. In SCTA and Bonneville racing, the blue hat means not only did he drive over 300 miles an hour, but he set a record at over 300 miles an hour. Now, think about that for a second. If you get up to 70 miles an hour on an on-ramp to the freeway, you're going fast. This is not fast to him. This is just, that's the starting speed. All right, tell us a little bit about your car and tell us about the history, because you've got a rich history with this car.
Yeah, we do. The name of the car is GAAS Racing. It's a open wheel Lakester, they call it. Basically, it's like a dragster, but everything is covered. We've had the car since 2005. It's built by Mike Cook. My father had the car. He was partnered up with a longtime friend and friend and family member, John Springer. And he and Dad campaigned the car for all the way up till 2012. My dad ended up setting the record in 2011 on a gas record, so he went 3:27. And then we had a third partner in the car, Ross Ireland. Ross Ireland hopped in the car. We tried breaking a fuel record with him, which at the time was 344, but we just had kind of bad salt conditions and it's just motor troubles and stuff that you end up going through, changing classes and everything. So we couldn't break a record with him. And in 2017, Ross ended up pulling out, and so we were kind of sad. We were thinking that our salt days were done, but we ended up putting the motor back together in 2020, and our whole intention was just to go out and for me to finally get some seat time. My dad passed away in 2013. One of the traditions out of the Bonneville salt flats is to scatter the ashes out of the salt flats. They pack the remains in the chute, go down the track, pop the parachute, scatter the ashes. So we've been waiting 7 years to do that, and our whole intention was just to go out there, get some seat time, and just scatter the ashes. So we had a fairy tale year. Went out there, we licensed up. Before you know it, we were signed off for our unlimited license. We could go over 300, and the first time we went to the 4 mile, I looked down and it's reading 7,300 RPM. I thought, man, it's feeling good. Carried it out to 5, and the little safety guy came up and picked me up, and he goes, "Hey, man, that was a pretty good run." And I go, "What'd we do?" And he goes, "I think 350 something." I mean, I shot out of that car so fast. It was absolutely unbelievable. So my team was ecstatic. It's the fastest the car's ever been. It felt really good. The last 2 years, the salt has been incredible, just like concrete. I mean, really smooth and fast. So yeah, we're hoping for more. I mean, we were going to try and go out there again. My partner in the car, John Springer, got a chance to finally license up, and so that was our goal, was to get him in the car. We just wanted to get him above 300. So he made 4 passes, licensed up, went about 315, and he handed me the steering wheel, and I got after it. We changed the gear, and we're going to just try and bump our existing record. But it got unhappy at about 1.25 miles. So that was the end of our season. So.
All right, so unhappy. Explain that, because a lot of these people don't understand salt flat racing or LSR.
Yeah, well, I mean, being that we had the fairy tale year that we had, we made 8 passes, 2 of them over 350 last year. In 2020. Yeah. So our first pass was 351. Our second pass was 355 with a 363 mile an hour exit speed. Ooh. I mean, she was on one, and the car felt, like I said, just really, really good, really comfortable. So we kind of came into this year thinking hey,
the same thing, yeah.
We're going to all we wanted to do was kind of bump that 353 number. But yeah, so we ended up putting a little different rear end gear in it. It should have gotten us to the speed we wanted to at the 5 mile, but about 1.25 miles, you could hear the engine kind of change pitch. It kind of nosed over a tiny bit, got a little smoke in the cabin, so I just shut it off and pulled off. And then they just, safety crew came out and checked on everything. And when I got out of the car, there was water coming out of the side of the block. Oh. And so it's
not good.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. It's
racing.
It's racing, yeah, 100%.
Right. The motor. What is the motor?
It's a 540-inch blown Arius. It's actually it's an older engine. It's still a mechanically fuel driven. There's no electronic fuel in the car.
Management. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Yeah, it's a monster. It's got a 3-speed B&J behind it.
What gear are you using in the back?
With a winter's quick change. So we had a 190 in it last year, and then this year we ended up putting a 183 in it.
Okay,
so that
was even taller.
Yeah,
so
that was what we were looking for, to try and see if we could push that.
And that really doesn't have any effect on what happened to the engine. What happened to the engine has nothing to do with the gearing.
Yeah, we've got a few different theories and thoughts on that. We had the exact same problem in 2017 when our last partner was driving, and we thought we knew why that happened. Or we knew why that happened, but we didn't have that this year, so we're kind of like scratching our head like, maybe we got something else. So yeah, we're still looking kind of into that and making a few changes to see if we can make it a little bit, more conservative, but at the same time still go out there and try to go fast.
And you're running nitro, what percentage?
No nitro.
No nitro.
No nitro.
Well, you said fuel. What are you running? Alcohol?
Alcohol, yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
at Bonneville, anything that is alcohol is considered fuel. So you can run nitro on top of that, and a lot of our competition and a lot of the other folks out there, they'll run a percentage of nitro.
Right.
So yeah, we do not run any nitro in our car.
So your engine will last a little bit longer. It's not as hammered.
We have a big Whipple blower. It's an A980. It's a really unique blower with an injector that's all built into it. And because it's a screw blower, they say that they're not really happy with nitro. So we've been super good without it. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't think we're going to put any nitro in that motor, but we are working with another motor builder down out of Southern California, and we're talking to him about maybe making up another partnership and seeing if he wants to put a nitro motor in our car.
There you go. Now, with an alcohol motor, you're putting out, what, about 2,000?
It's about 2,300.
Okay. Nitro motor would bump you up easily more than 600.
Probably double that. Probably about 4,000, something like that. 5,000 maybe. I'm not sure what his motors are putting out yet, but
no. And we were talking to Jeff Stillwell, who's getting us introduced. Who's running nitro in his car.
Hi, Jeff.
Jeff's in Great Britain. He's coming in on the 10th finally, and we'll be running El Mirage in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to that. Get the car out there.
Jeff is actually really instrumental in helping us get our car back out for our 2020 season. When my father passed away, I inherited this really nice 34 Roadster, and Jeff actually bought that car from us and has rebuilt the whole thing. But it was the purchase of that car that actually helped us kind of get the funds to get the car all the way out to the salt. We've had a tremendous amount of help and support. I mean, people that knew our story, my relationship with my dad, they know the car, and so Lucas Oil Products helped us out. ARP, my best friend Secure It New, Bill Lebda from Secure It New, who's my buddy that's out here that we go to the SEMA show with. He's helped us with all of our tires and painting our car and keeping it looking good. And Cruising Tees, that's my family's t-shirt company. ACI, Brandon Carter. So we just had a tremendous amount of help and love and support from all kinds of people. So that's been unbelievable.
All right, Salt Shaker, Bonneville Land Speed Racing, over 300 miles an hour.
Got Salt.
Got
Salt Shaker's another guy. I don't know.
Got Salt. Yeah, you got to get Salt, but the Salt Shaker's going out there, and it's second day of SEMA. Things are a little screwy here, especially for me. So you've got gas. He's running alcohol. The Great American Auto Scene coming to you live from the SEMA Show 2021 in the Moon Eyes booth. Stop by and say hi. Shut it off.